meet people who are students. We meet prospective students every place we go. We meet students who are currently enrolled. We meet recent and then long-term alumni doing different things in those different phases of their lives. It's great to be able to see people and see the university making a real difference. We were yesterday at Hetty's Gardens for a service project, which was great. We have an interest in and a focus on food security as one of those things that, one of those ways that we as a university can really touch, we can touch real people in real ways every day. And that's an important thing for us, and we were able to go and see a garden project there, which is a wonderful thing. We're at a Scrappers game. Rudis and I shared first pitch duties, and that was good. And then the Scrappers won, I think, an appropriately timed 6-inning game against about, oh, never mind. It was a good game. And, great to see them win. Later on today, we're going to Pomeranian Hospital to learn more about healthcare for the Amish community, so I'm looking forward to that. Yesterday, also, we were in Youngstown, as I mentioned, Scrappers, and it was fun to be in Youngstown. My mother was raised in Youngstown, and I haven't been in Youngstown since, for more than 50 years, I'm sure not since I was a child, so I have no memory of it, except for trees and streets and cousins. And so it was great to go back to there, and you know, these sort of nice things happen from time to time. I have two thoughts of my mother in Youngstown. First, sort of being raised there and how it was a difficult place. It was in the 1930s, and she went to Youngstown East High School, and so we were able to draw, and I have a picture of her annual on my wall, open to her page. It's framed from 1933 when she graduated from Youngstown East. So we were able to go by the rebuilt Youngstown East, and that was a fun thing to do. And then she worked at the YWCA, and I just remember that because she was a swimming instructor and lifeguard there, and worked there for $1 a day in her senior year of high school to save the money that she used to afford a bus ticket to Baltimore, where she went to college and to pay her tuition. So I knew that she'd worked there, and it turned out that where we were going for our event was right near the YWCA. Well, it could have been anywhere or not there, but there was the YWCA, so that was nice to get out and look. And I wondered if this building, which looked like it could have been there for a while, would have been the one that would have been there when she was there. And nicely, they had a cornerstone that said 1911. So this would have been the place where she had gone to work to earn the money to allow her to have a college education and meet my father and create a family and life for all of us. And so it's nice to be in touch with those parts of Youngstown. At the Scrappers game, we had a tailgate for Buckeyes, and it was nice to, again, meet many alums. One of them very thoughtfully brought his father's East High annual. And it turned out that his father was from the class of 1933, so the same class as my mother, and there he had it open to her picture, which she had signed, dedicating a picture to him, which is very nice. So that was kind of a touching, special thing, that there were these 80-year-old documents, and so it's a very, very nice thing, and kind of being able to get in touch with the part of our family's life that came from Northeast Ohio, and to be there yesterday. So that was really, really great. Let me also thank the regular family for the real work done to bring this great facility into being. Just in, obviously, walking around for a couple of minutes as we were arriving, First Ladies are not the presidents, but they really have we all, I think, feel connected to them in many ways. There's a great picture downstairs of, I think, 7 of them sitting together. And, you know, we all have an experience of who each of these people were in a great way. So it's nice to have them all brought together and have us think about how we think about the leadership of our country and kind of the parents of the country in a way, with the First Ladies having that great relationship. I've been being president of something or CEO of something. You have a lot of responsibility, and you find that the trust cone gets extraordinarily tiny, and the loneliness factor gets extraordinarily high. There's one person who's there all the time who can be trusted and be supportive when things are confusing and up and down and when you don't know what you're doing. And so just to be able to honor the people who did that for the country is such a thoughtful thing to do, and I really do thank your family for bringing, your mother in particular, for bringing this into being. So thank you for that. It's a great, great service to the nation. Let me say that when we think about our university, those things that are important to us, we care a lot about affordability, access, and excellence. The Ohio State University is a great place, and we have this, Ohio's special to the country. First Lady's politics, we speak often about Ohio being sort of a bellwether state, that as Ohio goes, the rest of the country goes. And that's because there's so much that we do here that's relevant to people all over the country. We're not only like the East or only like the West or the North or the South, but we're a lot like all of them, or all of them are a lot like us, and we really are at the center. And our university has that same characteristic, that as we tour the country, we find that we have a great overlapping interest and connectivity with universities large and small in every corner of the country. And so things that we do here matter not only to us in Central Ohio, but to people all throughout the state of Ohio, and really not only in Ohio, but in the Midwest and all across the country. So it's a great privilege to be working with so many people who do so many things that matter so much to people every place that we go. And our state tours give us a chance to have that reflected as well. The things that we are focusing on now, the combination of access, affordability, and excellence, I think are very, very important to higher education broadly. We want to make sure that young people have a chance to go to a university, that they can afford that they're not saddled with unmanageable debt, not burdened with unmanageable debt, but also that the education stays at the very highest level, so it really is the very best in the world. We want it to be affordable, we want it to be inexpensive when that can be the case, but we don't want it to be something that's of low value. And so we push really hard to try to maintain value, or increase value really, by maintaining our costs at the lowest level we can and continue to push up the quality. And that's our daily quest, and so we're happy to be able to do that. Let me just say to all the elected officials who help do so much for us, that our state and our leadership in the country in so many ways is something that people do focus on. And so as we continue to have a terrific and outstanding partnership, we really can show the way for other states to move forward. We were pleased last year to have the largest increase in state funding for higher education that we've had in 10 years. And that's a trend that I think really shows that our values are in the right place. We've been seeing this often from my point of view, is that particularly in the 2000s, that there was a dramatic increase in the level of funding for prisons, and of course an increase in the level of funding for universities. And I think in the future we want to be a place that really invested in our future by investing in the leaders of our future, and then make it so we don't have such a need for prisons, I would hope. So I'd love to see us moving in those directions as we move forward. So I will finish. I know that we're going to have time to take our tour and to look around. So I'm going to finish by thanking everyone for putting this together. Thank my fellow Buckeyes. I'm a rising junior Buckeye, so it's a good thing. So I thank my fellow Buckeyes for joining me on this tour and saying what a great privilege it is to represent students who are so outstanding. Thank our great staff who work so hard, and thank all of you who come to be with us this morning. Thank you all very, very much, and go Bucks.